violation, we have only strengthened trademarks will be that doesn't strengthen all trademarks, but -1. Limitations will they open the floodgates to affirmatives that can strengthen copyright staying no type of infringement justifying the outcome of it been affirmatives and two ground. Coordinate arguments of purpose on large change across the entire we lose access to core quality innovation and econ disadvantages, which makes the next problem possible. Next up is the REA accountability. The United States federal government should initiate a prior binding racial equity impact assessment regarding whether the United States federal government should reduce legislation of usuals made on the basis that a trademark unlawfully violates federal statutes, implements policy or should stall to 21. Country repeating the racial discrimination must hold accountable to racist inclusion because of racist underbidding unless they cancel racist orientation of posting implementation without racial concordance system. Calibrate action racial equity best approach for measuring increasing the be touchable federal agency on machine deception of it. To cover policies proposed in impact of racial exclusion and pertains to different rights for 20 years that she sponsored to be a policy in Washington to support some account on access legalization count. The United States government should legalize marijuana, require the United States Patent and Trademark Office to collaborate with other government agencies to identify patents and innovation policy by which to pursue and require analytical agency to produce regular systems on national security implications of extreme risk. The government solves the gap but doesn't get rid of lawful use requirement legalization of harmless and solve their internal legal 19. Legalization is low risk term, prohibition is no longer enforceable. The black market is too large to successfully repress choice. It's not whether to make cannabis available, but whether it's production to be legal or illegal in covert, and that next on the advantage counterplan. The United States federal government should require the United States Patent and Trademark Office to collaborate with other government agencies to identify patent innovation policies might wish to pursue establish lenient regulatory regime for the development and production of bioradiation technology, including a registry system for potential risk and list genetically modified microbes as a viable technology, fully fund basic research for cannabis and pharmaceuticals, expand federal grants and funding for university-based research on cannabis and pharmaceuticals, provide the technology to U.S. companies, supply Taiwan with anti-ship missile sea mines, and mobile defense to deploy Ohio class assets against the South China Sea and base B2 spirits in Japan. Counterplans all with the act is not boosting the status of private but biopharma companies cause a challenge rate from academia. That's where the best research and breakthrough tech happened was in 23. Academia in the midst of unprecedented access to life sciences research of the many living for lucrative jobs started having detrimental impact on basic research slowing as society provides shortness could become common as a number of scientists leading average young girls that is really concerned about long-term health of academia, which birthed many of the finding biopharma companies later development cutting edge treatments diagnosing what impact on discovery research huge impact. IB incentivizes pharma to research treatments and advocating instead of developing cures and they'll jack up prices to make sure some still stay safe here in 23. Is curing patients a sustainable business model approval of blood products is fine, and the more you treat the less people treat with the fewer patients that will be in the future would make profits to demand. Companies can produce drugs and price you can afford big pharma farmers but suddenly often interest in the opposite, market caught opposite, and the counterplan solves and avoids any disaster development. It spurs development of bioremediation technology to solve pollution and waste. 1921. Industrial growth president release of hazardous pollution bioremediation prevents an act talking about including the emission of waste of toxicity with biotech, what's called a biotech, and it solves Chinese escalation, geo risk of Taiwan is bristling with weapons. Back to 24. Requirements of denying China optimism fairly straightforward, include Taiwan about bristling with anti-ship missile sea mines, mobile defense, U.S. military submarines, South Korea, longer striking ability, section class involved. Now it's a case. Advantage 2-1, the continuous massively backlog of filing application raising technical arguments, solution many headaches, fees, scholarships, low pending for around 2 years, current backlog over 775,000 pound applications. 2, no extension for pandemics, for COVID-19, not providing very likely consuming exchange of PC exchange, less 4% infections, disease and non-mobility dispersal other factors contributed, marks cardiac contributed, and 3, immune systems check and change contagious cancer, assumes all of their black swan transmissions, ACS 21. Cancer is not contagious, you cannot catch cancer, close contact cannot spread cancer, cancer cells not able to live in the body of another healthy person, the immune system destroys one cell in very rare cases. Cancer cells from morning to cause cancer goes, this does not happen often. You know, when that's cancer during pregnancy, the cancer rarely affects the baby. Now it's advantage 1. Asian conflict is wrong. 1, no cascade 1023 so could not trigger down only states of Taiwan and be extremely difficult. China, Washington, strongly opposed absent of public support. Due to collecting boundaries, environmental opposition to Tokyo. No impact. Kelly 22. With state capacity to pre-existing nuclear energy, we responsible to overbelieve super strike both network cell and be split Simpson in charge of these show up even in Pakistan and India have been bad panic. Suggested dictatorships causes democracy with restraint. ADT suggests they be good stewards, cascade already for China, Russia, no move first, no intent to comply. But it does solve imminent war. 1, deterrence is more credible and solves inevitable alliance collapse. Counting 23. The Torah has so faces the outcome and possesses the world's fourth largest military and asymmetric capabilities, rising the ambition, the worst convention, front all major wars broke out. Due to the failure of expanded church required to spread in local bypassing the police targeted still could recurrence of strengthening and driving security, clear section of threat, as reliance with waning nuclear local provide leverage to denuclearization, so with news related change. Beijing and Moscow's character spread to the north to restrain its nuclear program, photos promote stability and lessen the US burden of developing its allies mountain threats, direct deterrence is more compelling and mark the card at compelling and 2 bug passing prevents entanglement and rectifies the security balance 2022. Due to the difficulty balancing 2 aggressive the only good nuclear countries bear the burden of destroying buckcrafting, one of the most well-conceived strategies, check on the sidelines, minimize drug involvement. No country these days are one of the most volatile regions of buckcrafting like that there, and goes global in nuclear vetting. 17, war withdrawal nuclear major across China, Russia, defense, leading us largest military economies in the world. Busy sports and the worst population. 2, quality collapse is wrong. It's good. It allows native populations to fill in. Most of 14, over 4,000 BC of bees are hard to become independent. Less than speech of all honeybees appear would all be dead. Let's remember there are no honeybees in the continent. A few hundred years of native inside a healthy diet pollinated by native bees. Honeybees is where we survive. Most part survive. And 3, no cartel impact. Williams 12. Drug trafficking organizations in Mexico do not seek to target the U.S. or conduct dairy terrorists who campaign against the U.S. And Haddock only says strengthening cartels poses threat. There's no evidence proving a strengthening cartel means you disregard the impact. 4, ADR won't get close to extinction. Intervening after solve it during internally can't. CAR 17. ADR makes $25 million debts call between national and local holidays. Future cases of pursuing the public there's army be clear and will overthrow the human race. The antibiotic apocalypse will be gentle. And 5, no U.S. China war diplomacy, international actors, independence, U.S. public opinion, insurance check, assuming miscal. 422. No murders, running U.S. Chinese conflict acts, and certainly not the wider border would require failure of extreme diplomacy, but have to break down posture be around these leaders in the areas of work. Reinforce every government institution would hard to prevent conflict through diplomatic pressure, mediation, or resistance, such as denying basing innovative duration of Chinese and U.S. economies being more unavoidable to create a solution of MAAD. Public opinion on U.S. side wary public opinion on U.S. side wary costly overseas conflicts. Mark that part of the call. Yeah.
Yeah. Status.
Conditional.
PK planks.
Yeah.
On all the advanced outcomes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The NIS counterplan. Yeah. That the NIS or who would
If FIAT's just the creation of the document called the national.
who would institute the plan? It's just
No policy would be instituted. It just
so it doesn't do the app.
no.
Okay.
It just FIAT's the creation of the document.
That benefits the advantage counterplan.
Both terms.
Both terms.
What? Okay, the B turn and the
Yeah, like depending on which planks we get, both terms can come in.
okay. Let's go to the terms actually. The first term. I'm a little confused here. What's the link?
Well, I mean, I asked in cross-ex about SOCO prolif. He said SOCO prolif in the world of Chinese instability. Yeah, he did. I literally asked about it, and he said they would. I asked about it. He said he would. You don't backtrack.
One is the evidence literally says SOCO will develop nuclear weapons as a result of
I mean, I hid the question and like I was like thinking about it. I was like,
yeah,
I was like, no code.
Okay,
I was like,
oh,
would China develop? If China
Okay, the Kang
would
evidence.
develop?
The Kang evidence, where does it say that like development of those weapons would like solve those threats, or development of the weapons would cause this threat?
Well, it says that there's two ones. One is deterrence. It says that in a world where SOCO develops nuclear weapons, it would deter an imminent invasion from North Korea. Choi evidence makes a uniqueness claim that North Korea will invade South Korea now because of the imbalance of nuclear weapons.
So what's the like the impact? I'm a little confused.
Well, the impact is like no invading South Korea. Bad.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's no invading South Korea escalates. We think that it's
Okay,
the
where's
same.
the terminal for that?
The terminal for that is like the last one.
The Benjamin evidence?
I don't know all about that. Let me check. It's
Yeah.
the last one. Yeah, Benjamin and the one before about Mexico.
Okay, this is not reach. Okay, the colony.
Wait, why does it not reach a point?
The colony collapse though?
Yeah, it's just like
What's the distinction between like bees and native bees and honeybees?
okay, so honeybees we think are bad, but like native bees are like there's obviously different species of bees.
It seems as though like the app helps all bees.
Well, it's also native pollinators, not just bees.
Okay, well,
So,
the
like-
card's about native bees, so.
Well, I mean, pollinators implies bees and other.
Yeah, and the kernel says
Okay, well then our
other.
evidence
we think
implies
that-
pollinators
Yeah,
as well.
no, it doesn't. Just your evidence just says bees.
And your evidence just says bees too.
I think it says.
Because other pollinators couldn't, which all the time.
But your terminal's about native bees. That's-
Well-
Yeah, okay.
I didn't buy it.
The Williams card, it's about drug trafficking in Mexico. Why is this an answer to the bilateral relationship?
But it's an answer to the cartel stuff. Really determined.
And then